Take me to the ocean beach. I want to melt under the sun under your gaze.
Welcome to Deeper Than the Surface. I'm your host, Erica, and I help women attract and keep healthy love by understanding the nervous system, emotional intelligence, and the patterns that have been wired into us through environment and history. And speaking of our environment, let's be real. A lot of men weren't taught how to be emotionally available. They were taught how to protect, how to provide, but not how to process, not how to express, not how to sit with a woman's emotions without feeling like they're failing. So the question is, how does a man learn emotional availability? And how can a woman tell when he's actually emotionally available, not just love bombing or pretending to be quote unquote deep? Let's talk about it. Emotional availability isn't just a man saying, I love you, or being physically present. It's about how he holds space. It's about how he shows up when things aren't easy. It's about presence, not performance. He doesn't avoid hard conversations. He doesn't shut down when she cries. He doesn't weaponize silence. He doesn't make her feel crazy for having feelings. Additionally, emotional availability doesn't mean being perfect. It doesn't mean trauma free. It means aware, accountable, and actively working on the parts that used to hide. So, if a man wasn't raised in an emotionally expressive home, how does he learn this? Number one, he has to want it. You can't force a man to be ready for intimacy that goes beyond physical. He has to want to be known, not just needed. Number two, he has to do inner work. Now, that might be therapy, that might be journaling, that might be sitting in silence asking, why do I shut down when she gets emotional? Why do I get angry when I feel misunderstood? That's the real work. Number three, he has to practice with people who are safe. Practice talking about his feelings. Practice sitting with discomfort. Not every emotion is a threat. Sometimes it's just a message. And I have to add, as a mother of boys myself, this is so important that we teach our boys to have emotional maturity to avoid disconnections in relationships as adults. We definitely can't skip this in parenting. Now, moving on to number four, he needs models, not just motivation. A lot of men don't have examples of emotionally healthy men. Books, podcasts, therapists, community, these become mirrors until he can see himself differently. Okay, so how does a woman know the man she's dating is actually emotionally available, not faking it, not future faking, but really there? Number one, he listens without trying to fix or flip it. He doesn't make it about him. He hears her, stays present. Even if he doesn't understand, he respects the feeling behind it. Number two, he's accountable. He doesn't deflect with, I didn't mean it like that. He asks, did I hurt you? And then he takes ownership. Big difference between hearing and holding. Number three, he's consistent, not just when it's convenient. Emotionally available men don't love you when it's easy and vanish when it's hard. Number four, you feel emotionally safe, not confused, anxious, or guessing. If you're always decoding him, chances are he's not emotionally present. Here's the truth. A man who's never been emotionally available may not know how at first. But the right one won't run from learning. And ladies, just because a man has emotions doesn't mean he's emotionally available. This is where you use discernment. Does he communicate them? Does he own them? Does he know how to hold space for yours? Emotional availability is like a door. It has to be unlocked from the inside. You can't pick the lock for him. You also shouldn't dismiss him when you choose to date a man who you know is emotionally unavailable, yet you agree to work through that because you see that he's actually putting forth effort to get better. Many women enter relationships with the intention of being supportive, fully believing they understand what they've signed up for. But sometimes the reality turns out to be more than they expected. And that's okay because you don't know what you don't know until you're in it. This is exactly why discernment is so crucial before you commit, before you even start dating, and especially before emotions get involved. Taking time for an honest assessment can help you avoid situations that become uncomfortable or overwhelming. And if you do find yourself in one, your self-awareness and inner confidence can be the key to exiting with clarity, free from manipulation and guided by peace. So if you see he's trying, don't be dismissive or uncooperative when he's open and honest in a loving way. Then on the flip side of it, to the man who tries and states that their partner won't allow him to share his emotions, I would tell him that emotional availability starts within, not waiting for someone else to quote unquote allow it. If you're with someone who shuts you down emotionally, that's not a signal to stop expressing. It's a sign to reflect on whether that's the safest space for you. Your healing doesn't need permission. So let me leave you with this. A man doesn't have to be emotionally perfect to love you well, but he does have to be emotionally honest with himself first. And women, protect your peace. Don't fall in love with the man's potential. Fall in love with his present day capacity, because that's what determines how safe you'll feel in his presence. Let's keep growing. Let's keep healing. Let's keep talking in the comments on the next video, and most importantly, with ourselves. As always, remember to love yourself deeper than the surface.